What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several news and some of them are good, some of them not so good, I have to admit. And this news shows that FINRA lied again. On top of that, I will show you another evidence that potentially we are about to see the resolution of our problem. And on top of that, I will show you indirect evidence that we had a person on our side, we had a so-called helper of MMTLP community who tried to help us in front of the Congress, but for now, we have an indirect evidence that he was paid by someone. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. Just do it and let's move forward. So let's start with this news that was published on MMTLP Resources. And the title is following: 6-year-old video incriminates FINRA. And let me quote you what does this mean. A video from 2018 contains information that counters FINRA's own recent responses on MMTLP. The Retail Investors Fraud Roundtable featured FINRA staff such as Cromwell Coulson and Chris Stone. The first clip talks about corporate actions. Here you can see the link to the tweet that was written by Curtis, and I don't want to show you this tweet, we have just the conclusion. It appears FINRA states that with the Rule 6490, they can declare a corporate action deficient and not process it if they feel there may be settlement issues. Isn't that exactly what FINRA said the problem was? Why did they process the corporate action if they thought it was going to lead to a settlement issue, when they just said they won't? And guys, this is the pure evidence that FINRA is contradicting themselves. And I have to admit that this video that was made back in 2018 shows that the problem is much deeper than we might even imagine. And MMTLP is only one ticker symbol that was caught in this trap, but I'm sure there is much more ticker symbols and companies which were trapped as well. But without the support of this quite strong community like MMTLP has, they didn't have any chances to push their case forward. So, let me quote you further. Here you can see another tweet from Liz from Wisconsin, and she added the video with Cromwell Coulson, and he said that they always talk to market makers and participants before exercising a U3 halt. And guys, let me show you the letter that was written just 8 days ago by FINRA, and this is the answer to the bipartisan open letter from Congress. And here, at the very beginning, on the page number 2, you can find this. FINRA also did not provide advance notice of the trading halt to broker-dealers, hedge funds, or any other market participants. And guys, it is 100% contradicting with this statement, with the statement of Cromwell Coulson. And this means they have basically two options. One of them, they lied to Congress by writing this letter, or they lied back in 2018 with this statement as well. And both of these options are not the best choices for FINRA. And guys, that is why we have this problem, because even their own rules and their own actions are contradicting with each other. So, let me show you further. If you want to watch this entire video, you can use this link, or you can see, for example, on Junk Savis Twitter account, she published this tweet and she wrote, "Breaking news, in their own words, FINRA acted outside of their authority in conducting the U3 halt. Investors defrauded by regulators. When FINRA has done a halt, ourselves and the market makers have been very much in conversation." And here is the screenshot of this speech of the video. You can read it, and here you can see that they are contradicting to their own rules 6419 and 6440. And guys, I think it is another evidence that might be used in the upcoming lawsuit that will be filed by Mark Basil and his law firm. On top of that, definitely this information might be used in other lawsuits and in arbitration of Richard Hoffman that is still on the table, and Richard is still fighting for us in order to solve this problem from his side. So let me show you quite interesting update again. You know that Charles Gasparina is the person who tried to push our case down, and I didn't pay much attention to his tweets because, you know, I'm from Russia, and in Russia we have this expression, the dogs bark, but the caravan goes on. And this is exactly what I thought about his statements, but for now, he has this quite bold and, in my opinion, misleading statement. So he said, Scoop, inside the Financial Committee, the leadership consensus is that the MMTLP saga is, quote-unquote, a lot of smoke and no fire, according to a committee staffer. I have reached out to Ralph Normans for comment. The chances for a hearing aren't zero, of course, but they are not very good, I am told from inside the committee. The reason? FINRA explained the situation it faced with the trading halt and why it was necessary amid the social media frenzy around MMTLP and false information that was circulating. A spokesman for Ralph Norman is now pivoting away from blaming FINRA to demanding answers from Gary Gensler. So guys, I think it is another attempt to push our case down, and we have a lot of comments in response to this tweet, and definitely this tweet was written even at the time when we found this discrepancy in FINRA's own rules. And let me show you what did Johnny Tabaka write in response to this tweet. So he said, more fake news from Charles Gasparina, anonymous staffer leadership. Funny, Ralph Norman on business on Fox Business yesterday with Charles Payne said he's gonna call for subpoenas. A lot of smoke, no fire. Are you shutting on the Congress now? Or your own networks reporting? Kinda confused. So guys, I think it is another evidence that we are on the right path, because we have much more counterforce that is trying to push our case down, and we have it from Charles Gasparina, we have it from Forbes' recent articles, and the first evidence of this is the so-called help of James J. Angel, who prepared a presentation to the Congress which describes the issue of MMTLP and NextBridge hydrocarbon shares. But that presentation was demolished by our community because it was a pure attempt of switching the attention of Congress to another problem that is basically not directly related to our story. But for now, we have a very interesting update from John Burda, and he reposted the tweet that was made by AK Dallas 6 hours ago. So, John Burda wrote, "This is just sickening. This is a ton of money to write a presentation on market plumbing." And let me show you this tweet that was published by AK Dallas. He wrote, "James J. Angel, do you care you explain your 1.1 million expert witness work with SEC? Did you get paid to go to Congress in 2023 to lie on behalf of FINRA and SEC? Did you get paid in 2021 to get MMTLP to trade? Those 2 years account for your biggest fees. Please advise before subpoena." And here's 2 screenshots of James Angel awards. As you can see, let's start with these 2. In 2021, for full year 2021, James J. Angel received $525.5 $1,000 from one transaction. And next year, not next, but 2023, he received $618.5 thousand. And in general, it totaled to $1.1 million from 5 transactions. And guys, this money might be the remuneration for his work as the so-called helper of MMTLP community. And guys, we know that he wasn't an initial MMTLP shareholder. He just bought, I guess, just several shares, and that is how he so-called became an MMTLP shareholder. And he stated in his presentation that he knows a lot in our situation because he is a MMTLP and TRCH shareholder. If you take a look on the mentions of MMTLP, as you can see right here, from his Twitter account, you will not find any evidence that he is on our side and he was on our side. And the latest tweet was made almost 1 year ago. And guys, show me another person who previously stated that he is on our side and he fights for us, and who basically disappears right after his so-called work was done. He is the only person who's done it. And that is why, guys, it is another evidence that we are on the right path, because we have a lot of evidence that these people became more and more active, and this means we are nearing the resolution. And the last but not least, I want to show you the tweet that was made by Due Diligence. It is quite long tweet, but let me quote you just the very beginning and the very end. After going through and comparing FINRA's recent response to Ralph Norman's inquiry into MMTLP, it's unmistakably clear that several crucial questions have been addressed with insufficient clarity or left out entirely. While I'm sure that Curtis and the crew will tear apart the veracity of the claims that FINRA is making, here is a breakdown of these key issues FINRA failed to adequately address and or blatantly left out in their letter. And he made this due diligence on a step-by-step basis on each and every question and answer. And let me show you the conclusion of his work. And as you can see, it is quite long tweet. So he said, bottom line, FINRA had the opportunity to methodically address each point raised in the letter, one by one. However, they choose to compile 16 pages of mostly insufficient responses, seemingly in an effort to sidestep or outright disregard the true essence of the inquiry. I've said this once and I will say it again. SEC and FINRA, get on the phone with Greg McCabe and resolve this issue, because we are not going anywhere until this is resolved. And yes, this is, I think, this is crystal clear that we are nearing the resolution. I don't want to say that it will be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We are getting closer to the resolution, and this resolution will happen within the next several months. This means, guys, we have to push our case forward no matter what, and to do it, I will do my best in order to show you the latest updates on this saga. And that is why, guys, please support my channel by hitting the like button and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for the community. See you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed.